Hey there friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Melanie and you're watching akaMommy. If you are brand new and you've never watched one of my videos, then welcome and thank you so much for clicking on this video. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for coming back. So just like many of you, I'm sure, I have been giving a lot of thought to the new year. You guys will be seeing this on January 1st, 2020. I cannot even believe that it's already 2020. It's a new year, it's a new month, it's a new decade. It's just really, it's amazing. It's so awesome. There are so many people who are excited about the start of this particular new year just because it feels like a fresh beginning. And so I wanted to sit down today and share with you my goals for 2020. So in the past, I have done goals videos. I actually don't think I did one for 2019. That was a really difficult time for my family. There was just a lot going on, and I don't think that I sat down and did a video, but at that exact same time I was also very unsure about the future of my channel and kind of what my purpose is here on YouTube and just all kinds of things that I'm not going to get into right now. But I really just wasn't sure if this was even a space that I wanted to continue putting out content. But in the past year, I definitely have missed sharing with you guys. The akaMommy community is over 17,000 people strong at this point, and in the grand scheme of things, that's still a really tiny little channel, but to me, it is massive, and I am so grateful for all of you. So let me go ahead and share with you really quickly. I have 5 goals that I'd like to share with you, and in the past, when I've shared goals, I've really kind of broken it down like into very specific, minute goals. I didn't necessarily want to do that this year, and I'll kind of explain why that is, but let me first of all get started and tell you my number one goal for 2020 is to get into nursing school and to actually start nursing school. So just really quickly, I'll tell you very briefly, I have now completed all of my prerequisite classes that are necessary in order to apply to nursing school. I did that in about a 1.5 year time period, and I have a semester now where I probably will not be taking any classes because I don't have anything that's still necessary. I am officially core complete. I have finished every class that I need to take in order to get a bachelor's of science in nursing except for the nursing classes. So I really want to kind of take this semester off and just focus on all of the other things that I'm going to share with you that are on my list. My prayer is that in fall of 2020, I will actually be back to school and starting a nursing program, a 2-year nursing program. So in the spring semester, I'm going to be focusing on taking my HESI exam, which I have not done yet, and actually applying to schools. I have a few schools in mind that I'm going to be applying to, and the goal is for me to start nursing school in the fall of 2020. So that is my number one goal for this coming year. And I will share more about that with you guys if you would like me to do so. So the second goal that I have for myself, and to be honest with you, it's pretty big. Like, becoming a nurse is my long-term career goal, and I'm still working on those steps to be able to make that happen. But this goal is probably the most immediate big goal that we have. So my husband and I have decided that this is going to be the year that we are finally going to create a budget that works for our family, and we are going to stick to that budget. This is the first time that I can remember us both being super 100% on board, on the same page, excited and fired up about doing this. We don't have a lot of debt remaining. We've been paying off debt kind of slowly over the past few years, and we have very minimal consumer debt left. We do not have a mortgage at this point. Our cars are paid for. I do not have any student loans, and so our debt in the grand scheme of things is pretty minimal. We will continue to pay on that and hopefully get a lot closer to getting it completely paid off. But I also want to put some money towards savings this year. We have some big savings goals, and so yes, I'm paying off debt, but I'm also kind of putting money towards savings. I know that that's not the Dave Ramsey way to do it, but we have found a way that is working for us, and I am super excited. Like, I am totally nerdy when it comes to budgets and spreadsheets and just writing down and adding all the numbers. It's kind of crazy. My husband he actually thinks it's really cute, which I guess is a blessing because a lot of people would be super annoyed by it. But one of our biggest goals for this year is going to be to create a budget and stick to the budget. And I have a feeling we have a lot of extra money every single month that we just aren't paying attention to where we're spending it. And so I would really like us to be more intentional about that and pushing that money towards savings or debt. So my third goal that I wanted to share with you is one that I'm just going to continue doing what I've already been doing. So for the past 6 months, minus maybe a few weeks around the holiday period, I have been eating a keto diet. I eat keto probably 95% of the time. It's what works for me. I actually had a conversation about this just today with a friend who was asking me a lot of questions about keto. She was trying to understand a little bit more about it. She's thinking about asking her dad if he would be interested in doing keto. And the truth is, keto is not for everyone. It's not ideal for every single person. As far as, do I think health-wise it would benefit everyone? Absolutely. But is it sustainable long-term for everyone? No, I don't believe that it is. If you are someone who doesn't generally like meat, if you don't like, or if you cannot tolerate dairy, then, I mean, technically you can do keto and not do dairy. But if you are someone who loves fruit and you feel like your life would just be incomplete without fruit and a copious amount of vegetables, then keto is going to be very, very hard for you to stick to. I personally don't really like fruit all that much. I never have. And the fruit that I do tend to be pulled toward are berries, which is totally keto approved as long as it's a small portion. I don't want to get into all that. I just wanted to let you guys know. My goal is to stick with keto, and I wasn't even really sure if I should have this as a goal because it's not even difficult for me at this point. Keto is just the way that I eat. It's the way that I fuel my body. It's what works for me. But I do know that I am triggered by certain things, aka the holidays. And so my goal for the new year is actually to work on the emotional side of what triggers me and stick to keto. So if you guys would like to have more information about my journey and kind of me just share a little bit about that, then let me know and I will be sure to do that. Along those same lines, since July, when I started keto and I started taking my health and fitness a lot more seriously, I have not missed a single week in the gym. Can we just have a moment of silence for this awesomeness, because this is the first time in my 40 years of life that I have ever been this physically active. Ever. And I have done a lot of different things in the past, you guys. I have tried everything imaginable, and this is the first time that I have ever consistently gone to the gym every single week. 2 times minimum, 4 times maximum, every week for 6 months. Whether it was a holiday and I was eating like garbage or not, I was still going to that gym. So one of my goals moving into 2020 is just to continue with that. It makes me feel amazing. I love the changes that I've seen in my body. So regarding my health, it's going to be keto and keep going to the gym. I will share a little bit more about my specific goals in the gym if that is something that interests you. And I think I am going to change it up just a little bit because at this point, my body is not the same as it was 6 months ago. Just FYI, I am going to be sharing an update on that probably midway through January, so stay tuned for that as well. So lastly, I wanted to share with you, it's sort of a goal, but it's more of a mindset. So my one little word for 2020 is one that it just kind of came to me. And at first, it didn't feel right. It felt almost foreign, like that. No, that can't be right. But my word is going to be create. So If you know me, or if you have been around my channel for any length of time, you will know that I am a self-proclaimed non-crafty person. I will tell anyone that meets me, I'm not creative. I can't do that. But here's the deal. I've been lying to myself all of this time. And I think it comes down to comparison. I feel like what I create is not as visually pleasing as what someone else may create. Therefore, I must not be creative. And that is a heart issue. It's not a creativity issue. I do know that whenever I sit down to create anything, it unlocks a piece inside of me that feels like it's been asleep for all of my life. And I don't mean to dramatize the situation. It's just, I don't know if it's because I'm getting older. I don't really know. I just know when I sit down now to create anything, it's not going to turn out to be the most stunningly beautiful piece of work, but it helps me. It relaxes my mind and it helps me. It's just very therapeutic. And so I decided that instead of letting comparison steal my joy, I'm going to embrace my creative side this year. So this is going to manifest in several different ways. I've already given this some thought, and some of the ways that I am going to implement this are I'm going to focus on creating beautiful spaces within my home. They're not going to be Pinterest worthy, more than likely, because I don't have an eye for design, but I want to learn and I want to experiment and I want to get better at this. This is also going to show up in a new hobby that I have picked up in hand lettering. I don't have terrible handwriting, but it's also not gorgeous either. But I love sitting down and putting pen to paper and just practicing the letters over and over and over again. It's so soothing to me. If you are the same way, you will totally understand what I'm saying. If not, you're gonna think I'm a crazy person. But hand lettering, creating spaces within my home. Another area is creating more margin in my day. So in this first several months of the new year, like I said, I won't be taking any classes. I'll have other focuses. And my plan is that I can learn how to just create more margin, create more downtime, and more self-care within my life. That's something that's really important to me, and I really want to dedicate some time to it this year. So lastly, before I close out this video, I wanted to touch on the subject of YouTube. My channel has been a hot mess, let's just be honest, for quite a while now, because I have been on YouTube now for going on, how long have I been on YouTube? Going on 5 years. Going on 5 years. Wow. I started my channel in March of 2015. And at that time, I had so many things that I wanted to share. And I was on a roll. I shared really consistently, and I had a lot of videos. And then things within me kind of started to change. And then my schedule changed, and I became a student. And I came to the realization that YouTube was not ever going to be, for me, it's not a career. It's never going to be a career. And I'm okay with that. At this point, YouTube is simply a hobby that I enjoy. I enjoy creating content to put on YouTube. That's why I've continued to do it. But admittedly, I have not done it very consistently in the past probably year or more. I would like to change that. Now that we're moving into a new year and I won't be a student, and I have this, I almost feel like I'm refreshed after taking some time off. I have ideas of things that I want to share. And what you can expect to see on my channel moving forward, quite honestly, is a lot of what my channel used to be when I first started. We're talking about grocery hauls and recipe videos, clean with me videos. I don't really homeschool as much as I used to. I only have one child now that I'm homeschooling versus 4 when I first started out. But I will be sharing more about my nursing school journey and all of those types of things. So I'm not really sure if I'm ready to commit to an exact schedule just yet. I want to play around with some different things and see what works for just for my viewers. And so to start out in January, I'm planning on putting out 3 videos a week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. If that doesn't feel doable, if it doesn't feel realistic, if it's not really working well with everything else that we have going on, I may switch that, but I will let you guys know. So you guys, that is it. Those are my goals for this new year, and I am so excited to step off into what feels like just not necessarily a new journey, but the next chapter in my journey, in my story. And I'm so excited to be able to share that with you guys. I hope that you have enjoyed watching this video. If you are not already subscribed, I would love to have you as a part of the AKA family here on YouTube. I'm also on Instagram, and I'd love to have you follow me there as well. If you like this video, make sure that you hit the like button, and if you'd like to see more from me, make sure you subscribe before you go. And until next time, you guys take care and be well. Bye-bye.